guys, it's me, Laura, Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing? My eyes were crooked. My glasses were crooked. It's been 2 weeks since I last podcasted. Yay for keeping on schedule. Life, I don't know. I gotta stop doing that because it's shaking the camera. Life, boring. Nothing's really gone on. I've gone to doctors. I've been staying in because it's been cold. Well, cold for me at least. I don't like the cold. I love summer. I cannot wait for spring and summer. Cannot wait. That's about it. It's just been hanging out with friends on the VKN and knitting, basically. As I spoke about 2 weeks ago, I started the wheel of decisions, for lack of a better term. Let me check to see. I forgot what it's called. The Tiny Decisions app with the wheel. And I've been focusing on socks. However, got kind of tired again of them. And for the last week, since last Wednesday, all I've been working on is my sweater. And you'll see. I'm trying to get my sweater done for May. But we'll talk about that later on. But other than that, it's just been me hanging out on VKN and hanging with my friends. I believe, I don't remember the exact date of the last podcast. Oh, so it was the day before Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, I did absolutely nothing. I don't like going out on that day because it's just hectic and unnecessary. And I kind of don't believe in Valentine's Day, but I best be getting flowers at the very least. I'll tell you why I don't believe in it. And I shouldn't say I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the commercializing of it, what the media and everything has made of it. I feel that Valentine's Day should be every day. There should not be a designated day to show someone you love them. I think it's become very commercialized with the card making industry, and that's just it. That's all I'm going to say about that. But as far as celebrating it, we did not celebrate it really. We didn't go out. We got takeout. We got takeout sushi from our sushi restaurant a few blocks away. Had some wine and then celebrated the evening on VKN with my friend Agatha. It was just us. We were just hanging out. I was knitting. George was bored. Yeah, so there's that. But other than that, yeah, nothing. Since then, I just got back from Florida when we last spoke. Now it's just been nothing going on until May. And that is Maryland Sheep and Wool. If you're going, leave a comment below. Leave me a Ravelry message, comment in the thread, message me on Instagram, because it's going to be a lot of fun. I got an Airbnb with all of my VKN friends. We're calling it our VKN Knitting Retreat. However, if there's anyone going that wants to come and hang out with us after the festivals, or if you're going days prior, we're going to be there. I'm going to be there the Thursday before, and I will talk about this as it gets closer. I'm going to be there the Thursday before Maryland Sheep and Wool, the day before Needles Up. But like I said, I'll talk about that again as it gets closer. That's about it. As far as announcements go, I started the Whip It Good make-along again. This is for 2019. It's a make-along. Now, there are a few stipulations that must have gotten confused in translation and postings in the thread, because I put the thread up already. It starts March 1st. Now, it had the cast-ons, and I'm saying this now because you got basically a day. The cast-ons have to be done, casted on, before March 1st. And by casted on, I mean any project had to have been started prior to March 1st. Doesn't matter if it was started today or tomorrow, the 28th, because today's the 27th. At the moment of recording, February 27th. It has to have started prior to March 1st. Now, make along. Make along is very broad. Now, There has to be a project page, regardless. I use the project pages for a number of things. There has been in the past people who partook in this along 2 years ago and the year before that for projects that they finished the year before. I require project pages not only for that, but it's so I could see the progress you've made along the way. For big projects, such as blankets, sweaters, anything of that nature, I need you to show your progress via a progress keeper. Now, yeah, people are going to be like, well, how could she tell? Blah, blah, blah. I trust you guys, but I need to see some progress. And that goes for mitered squares, granny stripes, whatever the case may be. Sweaters too, whatever the case may be. Now back to the make-along. The make-along is basically what it is. It's knit, crochet, loom knitting. I am allowing cross-stitch and sewing. Now, for sewing, it can't be a project bag. It cannot. It has to be quilting, clothing, things of that nature. As far as cross-stitch is concerned, you can make project pages for these things. You just can't link it to like knitting, crochet, or things like that. But cross-stitch is visible. It's visible on progress. But I am accepting that, and I would like you guys to make project pages so I can refer back to it. I know the project pages will be new. They're going to be very recent, but it's okay. I'm also looking to see when project pages were made. Yeah, that's about it. One whip, same rules. One whip per project per week posted. The FO whenever you finish it. There's going to be a lot of make-alongs that can qualify you. My thing, double dipping is fine and very much encouraged. Double, triple, quadruple, whatever the case may be. Post across the board, that does not bother me. I know some people get worried about that. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. Now, the only thing that I will allow in the whip it along that starts after March 1st is anyone taking part in the creature feature Cal. And I'll tell you why. Because every quarter there is a new theme. And it is a whip. That is the only new project I will allow in the Whip It. Let's move along now that I mentioned that. The creature feature is another one of mine. Both of these alongs end on 12/31. Creature feature is just what it sounds. It's basically amigurumis of animals. This quarter right now is sea creatures. I can't remember what next. My brain is foggy. The new medication I'm on, I lose focus a lot. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. This quarter is sea creatures. Every quarter I draw for a pattern of $7 or less. If you stick to the theme, you get 2 chances at a prize. However, any creature is allowed. Any creature is allowed. But that if it's outside the theme, you only get 1 chance at a prize. So pay attention to the themes if you want to take part in this. Next up is a new podcast. Now, excuse me, I gotta take a sip. Okay. One of my closest and dearest friends started a podcast, and that is Stephanie of Vanilla Sock Pig. She has 1 video up so far, because she's going to make more, obviously. And she has a Ravelry group of the same name, Vanilla Sock Pig. Guys, check her out. She is one of my closest friends. She's an amazing person, a fantastic, crazy quick knitter, does color work beyond belief. Just check her out. Excuse me. You won't be disappointed. How she does have a Ravelry group, like I said. It's under the same name, Vanilla Sock Pig. And she has an along happening. And it's the multiple myeloma craft along. Stephanie was recently diagnosed with multiple myeloma. It's a form of a blood cancer. It's not a form of blood cancer, but she has blood cancer. And she wants to do this along to show support, not only make people aware of the disease. I am donating prizes to her, but I highly encourage you guys to take part in it. Check out the rules. She's got it very simple rules to follow, and she allows whips as long as they're not past 50% done. Check it out. Check out her podcast. Like I said, she's an amazing person and one of my closest friends. I'm not going to go through all of everyone's alongs right now because I'm crunched on time and y'all have heard me say numerous times. So I'm just going to stick to what I have for this podcast for me right now, but I will start announcing them again in 2 weeks. I did random number generator. Chewy. Sorry about that. I did random number generator for my Podiversary giveaway, which if you noticed, the thread closed this morning because I said I would draw the winner the next podcast. And the winner, I was so happy. I clapped with glee when this came up. The winner is Nancy, NR Stooge, and the prize she won, and I know she's been eyeing it, was this lovely skein of biscotti yarn in the colorway Pop Art. It's bright, it's glorious. I don't know what's happening there with that one strand of yarn, but I'll get it out to her. Just not with my hair in it. But that's it. Nancy, I need you to... Oh, I'll talk to you later. The VKN. Let's talk about that for a little bit. My VKN, the day that I go official is Friday nights. However, we're there all the time. 7 days a week. There is, if you go to my Ravelry group, there is a link to our chat group called on GroupMe, and it's a Crocheting Whovian Podcast, VKN chat group. Now, that does not require you to be on video. That is just a place for everybody to talk, show each other their projects if they cannot get on video and say, or if they want to be like, is anybody on Zoom? I highly recommend joining it. The link is in when you go to my Ravelry group at the top of the page, it says the GroupMe link. It's a good way to connect with people and get to know if you're a little shy and do not want to take part of the VKNs. However, the VKNs are a lot of fun. Like I said, we're there 7 days a week. Sorry. Chewy! Someone's moving around upstairs, that's why. I'm sorry. You'll hear this on the VKN. But the VKNs are 7 days a week. We're there basically after dinner almost every night. And when I say we, there is a core group that's on there all the time. Every once in a while, a person that doesn't regularly come on during the week will come on. But I'm usually always there. And I say usually because there's some times where I go out with my husband and I'm not there until later. Or I have family obligation or whatever. But check it out. And when you come in, you don't necessarily have to be on video. You can shut your video off if you're shy or questioning it and everything like that. The video platform it's on is Zoom. You've heard me talk about that numerous times. Zoom is more stable and more... Well, it's less of a delay when you're talking to people than any of the other video chatting platforms. And you don't have to give out your phone number. You don't have to do any of that. You just make up an account with a username. You can link it to your email, your Gmail, and just go with that. It's free for everyone, except, well, I pay for it, mostly because it allows me to have the meetings for longer than an hour. But it's free for anyone who joins and wants to join in on the VKN. It's a lot of fun. You could go in there anytime, and there's always someone willing to help you if you're stuck on a pattern or an idea of some sort. And Zoom, like I said, is the platform. Now, the number you see me post every Friday is the room number. It's not a phone number. Though it looks like a phone number, it is not. When you download Zoom, whether it be via Google Play or the App Store, or if you go to zoom.us on your computer, it's going to tell you to join meeting. And that number is the meeting number. It's very simple. You can follow those steps, and that's, and that's it. Like I said, if there's no one in the room, group me, because there are times where it's like no one in the room because people work, this, that, and the other. The group me is the perfect place to see if someone's going to be in Zoom or be like, hey, I'm going in. Anybody want to join? I do have to say that in the last couple of months, with everything that's going on with me health-wise, since May, I should say, it's been a savior for me because my husband's working a lot. He works 12 to 14-hour days. He's not really home all that often, and I don't like being alone. So I will get on GroupMe and go, I'm getting in Zoom, and people will come on. There are times where I need to be alone, and people will go on GroupMe and say, I'm getting in Zoom, and they go and have fun. I don't stop people from using the room. But if you're like me and you're home and you don't want to be alone, or you're bored or you're tired of just talking to your kids, come on in. Kids are allowed. There's not a problem. Background noise, not a problem. We're all adults, basically. But check it out. Come join us if you're shy or whatever. Everybody's welcome. No hate. No prejudices. It is a safe place. No one judges. And those that do judge will be asked not to come back. Simple as that. There are no judgments. It is a safe place. Okay. Now that that's all said and done, and I've wasted 17 minutes, why don't we get into whips? Okay, I'm going to go with what's on top because there's a big pile here. Not really. There's about 6 projects. I'm going to wait for him to stop. Dogs. It's because my parents upstairs are making a lot of noise. Chewy! Sorry about that. Okay. In my Molly Klein Designs Villains bag, Disney Villains bag, is my Myrtle. It's a Myrtle kind of day hat. This is normally, you guys don't really see this. This is normally in my car. And it stays in my car for when I go to the doctor's, so I have knitting with me. Or if I am, anywhere, so that I always have knitting with me. But I've made a lot of progress on this. I finished the ribbing, and I finished the first repeat, and now I'm on to the second repeat. The yarn is Socks That Rock in the colorway Peachy Keen Jelly Bean. And I love the way it's spiraling. I love it. I can't wait for this to finish. Like I said, the last time I showed this, I was still halfway through the ribbing. But the other day I had a really long appointment, and that's how I got most of it done. And this is what the yarn looks like. It's blowing out. It's much brighter than that in real life. But there is that. Okay. Let's throw that on the floor. Ooh, where the heck did I? Okay, there we go. In my Knit for Brains medium hearts bag is my Purple Rules Hitchhiker. The pattern is Hitchhiker by Martina Beam, and the yarn is Whip Yarn Sock Blinks in the colorway Geode. I think I'm saying that right. These have to get out of here because I'm not using those anymore. Okay. I got a few teeth done on it. Not much. This is my, when I can't brain knitting. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teeth on it done so far. And the needles are my signature straights that I got for my mitered square blanket that I have abandoned. But so far it's fun. And it's a sock blank, so it's coming out really. I love it. It's all messed up because it started unraveling from the wrong end. Okay. Okay. But yeah, that's the sock blank. And that's it on that. Okay. Next up, which I promised I was going to have done, but I don't, is in my medium adventure, Silver Shed medium adventure walk Harry Potter bag, stained glass bag, and it's Make LaRue Twitch socks. First sock has been done for some time. The second sock is past the gusset decreases and onto, I don't know why this is in here. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't know why it's in here. Okay. The yarn is by Fiber Nymph Dye Works, and it's the Cherry Pale Lavender Gray colorway. Like I said, it's past the gusset decreases, and it's now onto the foot. I really could knock this out in a day or two, but I just got burnt out after spinning the wheel and stuff. So I just put it aside and started working on my sweater. Just about done. And that's my little chicken progress keeper from Simply Serving HK. I'll have these done soon enough. I'm not in a rush. You know, I work on what is calling me at the moment. Basically, if it's socks, then I spin the wheel. Okay. Next up in my jumbo blue I don't know why I wrote purple. Turquoise by the Bay Yarn Co bag is my Purple in the Sky with Diamond Shawl. And the pattern is On the Forest Floor by Simone Crete, and the yarn is Miss Babs Yowzes in the colorway Thunderstorm, Hopelessly Devoted, and Spiked Punch. Now, I had to read that. I'm sorry. I was looking out for that. Now, you guys should remember it. It was a project I was working on a long time, and I actually finished. I frogged it because my numbers were way off. So I am reworking it again. And here it is. I just basically started. Now, you're going to see a lot of ends that aren't woven in, and that's because I do not know how to carry up the yarn. But this is it so far. I'm loving it. I'm hoping I'm doing it right. I'm counting the stitches better now than I was before. Like I said, I don't know how to carry up the yarn yet, so there's a lot of ends here that need to get woven in, which is fine. That doesn't bother me. That honestly doesn't bother me, so it's fine. But that's it so far with my hair right there. And I'm using my signature size 7 needles. I got inspired to recast this on with Talia Penhook and Needles because she's got like 12 of them, and I'm exaggerating that number, but 12, like 4 or 5 of them on the go right now. Okay. In my PHN orange Talia bag, medium size is my Moussaka socks. The yarn is Biscotti yarns in the colorway Moussaka. I believe I am on the heel flap of this one. Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, I am on the heel flap. Yep. It's coming along nicely. I love it. I love the way it's working up too. It's just so, I don't know. There's something about Biscotti yarns that I can't get enough of. Yeah. So I only have a few, like 7 more rows to go on the heel flap, and then I'll do the heel turn. So hopefully this heel flap will be done next time we meet. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no to that. It all depends on the wheel. But this is what the yarn looks like caked up. Not that messy, but there you go. Okay. And last but certainly not least, in my Jumbo Yellow by the Bay Yarn Co. bag is my A Horse with No Name sweater. The pattern is the Fingering Weight Boxy by Joji Locatelli. And the yarn is Into the World, and the colorway is A Horse with No Name. Now, let me take off some of these because I have progress keepers on there for me to measure how much I was doing every day. But I'm going to show you where we were last time and where I am now. Ay, with the poodles, come on. This is where we were the last time, where it was the last time we met, and this is where I am now. I am officially at 14¼ inches, which means I basically got about 5 more inches to go. I'm hoping to probably go up to 6 inches to make it 20 inches in length, because I have to hold into account that when you lift your arms, the whole sweater, because it's boxy, is going to go up. And I'm still on the second skein of yarn. I don't have much left of it, but I still am on the second one. So, see, there's that much left. But, hey, I got 5 skeins, so that makes me feel a little better. But yeah, so I'm hoping to have the split. I'm hoping to be up to the sleeves and have them split by the middle of March. I'm not going to say next couple of weeks, in next week or anything like that, or days, because like I said, I work on what calls to me. And right now it's definitely been this sweater because I want it done for Maryland too. And I have another 2 sweaters I want to cast on like right away. And that is it for whips. I'm going to show you some needle adjacent projects that I have going on that literally will be casted on later. I know I don't need any more whips, but these 2 I need to start because I love them. First up, we're going to do, every day I scour Ravelry for their, I'm not going to give away, but I scour Ravelry for patterns. And I come across some spectacular patterns of weird natured, I want to say. I don't want to say some are like ridiculously ugly because that's not the right terminology, but there's some that are, I like to pick out the obscure ones. The ones that you would never think of would have a like knitting pattern or crochet pattern. And as I do that, I sometimes come across patterns that I absolutely love and need to have and need to make. One is my sweater that I will be casting on in May, and that's called Unfinished Business. And this is the second one. The pattern is, matter of fact, it was funny because the same day I saw this on Ravelry, that morning I got an email about it from the designer. But, excuse me, this is Wands Ready, and it's by Jessica Anderson Designs. It's a paid-for pattern, so I'm only going to show you the front. That's it, and yeah, it takes 1 full skein and 5 coordinating 20-gram minis. This is the full skein I'm going to use, and this is Neon Party by Arkansas Yarn Co. I caked it up already because, like I said, it's going to be on the go. Oh, and you can't see the sparkle, but oh, it's so sparkly and so soft and so neon. I'm surprised it's not coming up. And the minis, sorry for the crinkling. The minis I'm using are Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. in the colorway Dante. She did a cocoa themed mini sets. And I think I got like 3 out of something. I got 3 of them at the very least. But these are neon as well. And the colorway is Dante. and the sun is blowing them out, but this is going to go perfect together. So that is going to be casted on probably after I'm done recording. And next up, I'm waiting though. I have the yarn caked. I have it in the project bag. And the project bag is actually an acquisition, but I haven't caked. I have some of the skeins caked up and ready to go, but I'm waiting for the Cozy Up Knits, the podcast, to start their cotton along, because the sweater pattern is in Pima cotton. It was a kit I had gotten months ago. I want to say around Rhinebeck from Craftsy. They were doing a clearance sale, so I stocked up. And in my Ginger Snap Big Bang Theory bag, this is the acquisition. Is it in it? I'm using it for is the, where the heck did the pattern go? I just literally had the pattern in here. Okay, it's right here. Never mind. I lied. Is the Ixia, I think that's how you pronounce it, sweater pattern by Susanna IC. The pattern is also on Ravelry if you don't do the kit. I don't think Craftsy has the kit at all made anymore, but this is it. It's 100% Pima cotton in their Cloudborn, and the color is 30003, and it is the same color that is in that pattern. So this is needle adjacent. As soon as they announce that they are going to start the cal, that is when this is going on the needles. But I have it all set and ready because I'm not quite sure when that one starts. I haven't really been paying attention hard enough, you know. But other than that, I'm going to move on to my acquisitions. I'm going to show a gift that I had received in the mail, which I absolutely adore, and move on from there. If you guys want to stay, by all means stay. I would love to keep you here. If there's some that do not want to stay, here, I'm sorry, I'm reaching for an acquisition that, sorry, that I forgot to put in the bit. No, this isn't even it. Sorry. Ooh, we're up close and personal. Okay. Sorry about that. If you don't want to stay to see the acquisitions, they're not many. I slowed down spending a lot because I really don't need any more. Okay, before I show you the acquisitions, we're going to get into this. On several occasions now, at least 3 that I can remember, I have double purchased yarn. I have forgotten that I had a colorway and bought it again. And I'm not bragging on that. It is bad. It's bad. So I started going through my stash. Now, my wall of yarn, which is no longer in my craft room, it's in part of my living room. My wall of yarn, I have shelving and in cloth bins. And in each of those bins, and some have 2, are organized by dyer. I started to take them out and catalog them. They're not on Ravelry because I am not going to sit there and take pictures and do this and do that. I have a notebook that I'm keeping it all in, and as I use them or take them out, I mark it in the notebook, and as some come in, I mark it in the notebook. Like I said, there's not much coming in. So because of that, I decided to hold off. I see how overwhelming my stash is, and I can't handle it. It's just too much. I started pulling some skeins of yarn out to do a de-stash sale, which I think I'm going to take a page out of my friend Erin of Gimme Yarn 418's podcast book and do a live sale on YouTube. Just makes it easier. I'll log in, do a YouTube live and do it from there. But yeah. So I don't even remember where I was going with that. There aren't, oh no, I don't remember. There are not as many acquisitions. Plus it's only been 2 weeks. So with that being said, I am going to show my acquisition now. I'm going to show the present first and then show the acquisitions. for those that don't like seeing the acquisitions, I'm going to say bye. Have a lovely 2 weeks, and I'll catch you in 2 weeks. Happy knitting. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. So first up is not crinkling, is part of the present. I don't have everything in here of the present because I got homemade jams in it, and she sent me some knitting looms and a few other things. But first up is my lovely new, and I can't wait to use it. I haven't used it yet because of wanting to show it on the podcast. My Owls project bag, and the lovely person who sent this to me is Deborah, Doc Firewoman of the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal. I said it right! Podcast. Yeah, so she made me that project bag, and she saves her farm feed sacks and upcycles them, and she made me 2. And they're ginormous, and you can use them either as project bags or shopping bags, which I believe that's what I'm going to use them for, because now in New York, parts of New York, you have to pay for bags if you're going to use plastic shopping bags. So I'd rather do it this way. But this one is the cow bag. It's the feed bag made out of, and she lines them. First of all, she cleans them, and she lines them and puts handles on them. They're huge. They are huge. Okay. Perfect for big projects like blankets, and also perfect for grocery shopping. So there's that one first. And then the second one she made me was horses. Again, she lined it and put handles. So those are going to go in my car because the sad part is, even if you go clothes shopping in certain parts and they don't give you bags, you got to pay for them. So when I go to the outlets, these will be perfect too. Okay, now is my acquisitions. But I first want to say, Deborah, thank you so much. I absolutely loved everything. Well, you know about the preserves already. One is basically gone already. But yes, thank you so much, and I love it. Okay, now you guys saw these already. On to my acquisitions, not my presents, my acquisitions. Okay. First up is this book. I saw it on Amazon and was really, really intrigued. I love it. I am happy I got it because there's a lot of sweaters in here I really want to make. The only problem is, I didn't know the sizes before I bought them. I am in the book, but it doesn't leave much wiggle room for me at the moment. And it's called Seamless Knit Sweaters in 2 weeks. And that's it. Now, for me, the sweater will never be knit in 2 weeks. One, because I don't have the yarn that they call for on hand because they're mostly DK and worsted, and I don't keep that on sweaters quantities. I keep that in fingering weight. But there is a cardigan that I really want to make, and I don't know if I want to make this one or the campsite. I don't know. It doesn't say what yarn. Oh, she did yarn DK. Lulu did a whole lot of DK. This is the cardigan I want to make, but I'm more than likely going to make the campsite instead. But I highly recommend this book. It has a lot of amazing sweaters like this one that I want to do. Basically, I want to do everything. I want to make all the sweaters. I have a sweater bug. But it's going to take me longer than 2 weeks because I got to acquire the yarn. But yeah, there's that. I highly recommend it. It goes up to a size 52 bust. But, I mean, if you're bigger than that, you can very easily do the math. There is no the patterns are simple enough for you to come in bigger sizes. Okay. Next up, I got one project bag, and it's from the QB for Profit. And when I saw it, I loved it. And QB's not for profit. And £12, £12, because she's from the UK, of every sale, from this sale in particular, is going to, I can't read that word, the global tier, which is, she does it for cancer research of the UK. And I got this one because it's the only one of hers that I do not have so far. And it's Harry Potter, and it's Expecto Patronum, and everything's embroidered. Everything's embroidered. I love it. It's perfect for sock size. And let's face it, that's what I have most of. I also went, because I have the first edition of it, and now this is the second expansion pack of Knitters Against Swatches. I got this to go along with the first one. Now this goes along with the game Cards Against Humanity. You just mix these cards in there, and you're good to go. I got this mostly to bring to Maryland Sheep and Wool and have at our Airbnb. Okay, I'm just looking to see what's next. Next up is from Bumblebee Acres. And the color, it's Squishy Sock. It's a 75-25, and the colorway is Candyland. And this is blowed out completely. It's much brighter in person. But actually, there you go. That's actually more true to color right there. But that's it. So pretty. Next up, from the Yarn Jar, and it's the 2-ply fingering weight. It's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon and stellina, and it is the colorway Birdie Bots Every Flavor Jelly Bean, and it's a 12-stripe repeat. You can't really see the sparkle. Oh yeah, you can right there, the sparkle. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to use it. I'm so excited. I'm a dork. From Gail's Art, I got this lovely sock blank, and it's Midnight Summer in Finland. I had fiber on my nose. I love them. I love sock blanks. I am addicted to sock blanks, as you all know. They are my favorites. Okay. Next up, from Freckled Whimsy, is her January 2019 book club yarn, and it is Black Beauty. It is, I got it on her Serendipity base, which is 4-ply fingering, 75-25. I tend to get this size because it's a more yardage, 460 yards. So I can split the skein and share with one of my friends. Those are these stashes. Okay. Oh, I also got this from QB. It's not for profit, and it's this one. Socks for Dobby. And there's that. So I got 2 this time. Okay. Next up is a kit that I got because I was asked to test knit something, which I don't know if I'm definitely doing it or not, but I wanted to get the yarn just in case. And it is Cherry Pie Cottage, and it takes a full skein and some minis. That's why I did these, because I like the way they look. And it is from Cherry Pie Cottage, and this is her colorway. It's a 75-25, 463 yards, and it is sidebar. Very plain, I love it. And to go along with it, I got the Cherry Pie Cottage minis, because it just all goes together. And this is the Cozy Up mini skein set. And it's 4 mini skeins. Yeah. Now, I don't know if I'm definitely going to use those for that. I may not. I don't know. I have much brighter ones, which will let the item pop more with the neutral color. Okay. One of these, well, they're both spoiler alerts, but I believe everybody would have gotten them by now because they shipped out over 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. The first one is the February Harry Potter Club from Teeny Buttons, and it's Flight of the Fat Lady. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I got this on her 75/25 as well. And then next up is her Gilmore Girls Club, February 2019, and it's Suki Loves Jackson, and this fits it perfectly. Like Robin had the perfect eye for that. These two items I got on a Ravelry D-Stash because I scour that too. And this is the Teeny Buttons Golden Girls mini set. And this is from No Makers, and it's a doppelganger, and it's Nomad, excuse me. And that is it. That is it for, I got some needle minders and needle stoppers, which are right here, if I can reach them. I got these on Amazon. They're not the real thing, but they're close to it, and they were cheap. So if I lose one, I lose one. But that's about it. That's it, guys. No finished objects. Sad, I know. I'm slacking in that. But, yeah. I hope to see you guys again soon. And, yeah, I think that's it. You all have a great weekend, great week, great 2 weeks ahead of you, and happy knitting. Bye!